It's on.
Okay, there we go. It wasn't even you.
It was you.
That was my end. It was the
Hmm.
back end. So,
Yeah, we
you
on
know,
though. We
yeah.
on now. I get
All
it.
right.
Got it.
So you can you
And
can
I learned how to use
you should be able to
almost
log in there now.
this. I got a whole crash course. I had a whole crash course of how to actually run a Zoom meeting, how to
Well, I
record a
mean,
Zoom meeting.
the biggest part of that is really kind of getting through the frustration and the communication part of it, because that's going to happen. Because you know what I mean. You got to kind of work through whatever the details are on whatever new technology comes out, and that's not always going to be easy
All right, look. So why is that showing like that? Oh, it's blurred because my
because
background is
it's a
blurred.
what's it called?
I got my
Because
background blurred.
it's a yeah.
I'm about to fix my background. None. Uh, now it should work. All right. So is this it right here? Can you see it?
No, that's not it. What go to your email. Go to your email, the same email that you was able to log in before.
No, I'm talking about like if I'm downloading because it's not my computer. I log into emails from my phone. This my mom's computer, and I'm
Yeah, that's
trying
what
to
I'm saying.
download
You would
Zoom.
have to, yeah. Nah, you what's it called? You would go into your email, open up a private window,
So
right?
I can open up my email on here. Let me see.
So the same way that you logged in on the phone, you just do it on the computer, so it'll bring you through the same prompts.
Chinese. All right. So
Yeah, don't
you
don't
know,
show don't show your information.
what you mean? Oh, to the screen.
Yeah, because this one's recorded. So generally, what it is what I do is I keep this like these videos are to start to kind of show the progression to let people know like it's not just bam bam bam. You know what I mean? It's working through this so that way when you're hosting for a group, you have control of the meeting with multiple people in there.
All right. All right. So let me see. Log in. Let me get up in here.
And we're just kind of walk you through there. And then when we
Mhm.
when we cut this off, we can it'll download to the cloud. So all of the videos will be saved.
All right.
So
Let me
yes,
see. Forgot
we're working
password.
on we are working on the Zoom meeting setup. We have Mr. Henderson here, our outreach director at Nomis Opportunities, getting familiarized with the tools so that way he can host the meetings. If you want to host the meetings, you need to check in with Mr. Henderson or go to nomisopportunities.com and reach out. We would love to help you. This is one of the Nomis Opportunities University's classes that we offer. Piranha development, app development, and Zoom classes. So that way you can manage your Zoom. So we got the recording. We worked through it yesterday. It was a very exciting experience trying to get this recording stuff. And of course, it was on my end, so I take full accountability for that. It's one of the founding core values of So West Coast is 100% accountability. That way, regardless of what happens, someone is being accountable. If we're all being accountable, then that generally will stop it from happening in the future. But if no one's being accountable, then things tend to perpetuate. So if you are rocking with us, you need to be accountable for your actions. So I have to take accountability. Who was over here struggling yesterday? I got my boy Reggie over here stressed out trying to record with buttons that aren't even available because he did not have admin status. So I was able to do that on the back end. If you need assistance with your tech, it's kind of what I do. I will figure it out. So we have meetings coming every Friday at 6. So we look to have you join for that. I'm going to work on the marketing campaign for the Friday meetings. So that way we can
Meeting summary.
keep it going.
Zoom. Bob. Sign up for free. Sign in. Do I sign in?
Yeah, you can sign in. You should be able to sign in on there too while we're on a call. It should allow you to do both.
And just put my email?
The same way you signed in before, however you had it set up.
I don't know how that happened. I don't know if Google did it. I don't know if
It
Google
should
signed in.
it should be your email.
All right, let's see. Reginald.
Because that's how your admin is logged in from the back end is through your email.
NMO at Gmail. Let's see. And now Chevy for July sales are well qualified buyers get 0% APR. That's a total value of about $10,000. Let's text. Sign up for text. Say 50% for a few months. All right. Plan workplace basic. All right. Yeah, it looks way different on the computer. Let me see.
Yeah, well, I want you to see both sides so that way if someone else needs help, you can kind of walk them through.
Yeah, sure. I'm about to get on in it and make this coffee real quick. With some energy.
I feel that. This was, you know what I mean? I actually, it's really funny you were saying that about fasting because I kind of fast every morning. I try to get something done before I actually eat. Or if I
Yeah.
eat, I'm going to do something.
Yeah, well, I'm all about starving the flesh right now, so that not only like is there health benefits from this, like not eating for 7 days, not eating no food for 7 days is like it's gonna restart all your cells in your body and make the bad cells get eaten by the good cells. So you get like extreme health benefits from this. If you only eat once, like every 3 days, um, man, the health benefits to that is like tremendous. You'll never get sick. Probably live to be like 500
Yeah,
years old
your body don't got time. Your body be squabbling anything moving.
on everything. You're right about
See.
that. All right,
No,
meetings. Let's
I
see.
understand. That's my regular diet, bro. Like, it's like
Meetings.
that's I think that's how I advance so far with a lot of the technology stuff. is making sure being, you know what I mean, constantly kind of just using my brain, like I'd be having to remind myself to eat, which again, like you said, getting on your tea, getting on your coffee. I gotta get me another I gotta go heat up some water for the tea. But yeah.
Recordings cloud. All right, I get it. Computer recordings, Windows version, share it with me. So am I in the same account right now?
Yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah, what's it called? I upgraded your status to admin so that way you have more access, and that's what allows you to record. You're not able to record the with the member status.
All right. What do
So
you
it's so that way you can log in there and manage your recordings, because the difference between us recording on Zoom is this becomes our internal recording that we can put on other platforms. But then at that point, we own the rights to the recording.
all right. So
You get what I'm saying?
yeah. So my meeting
So
topic schedule. So I could schedule the meetings right here.
you can schedule them. You can go live. You get what I'm saying? You could take the link and add it to an event like on your Instagram.
Yeah.
So if you want to go live, it'll go live on the Zoom, because you want to keep your recordings. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Let me see.
Because
So
then you could take the recordings, and then we can get an intern to just start making clips. That's where those clips come from.
meeting ID 611 956 2036 2036.
See, and then also too, we could touch on topics like the King Day Parade coming up.
You may want to think twice about switching out of S mode, especially if performance and peace of mind are your top priorities. S mode was designed for security, speed, and simplicity, offering thousands of Microsoft verified apps and Microsoft Edge, the fast and safe web browser. Please note you will not be able to return to S mode once you've switched. And if I can't get into the Zoom without being on there. And if I get out of this, she done with S mode. What the hell is S mode?
S mode is safe mode. So pretty much it's stopping it from doing live feeds, which that's not bad. That's a good thing. I mean, because if she's using that for work, the last thing you want to do is accidentally have a Zoom, you know what I mean, going live. So that's a feature that stops it from automatically going live. So
Yeah, this her computer. I don't want to do it.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. So that's but you can see how it works. You just can't go live, which is fine because you can go live on your phone. You get what I'm saying? And you can
Yeah.
see how the back end works with where the recordings go.
All right.
You feel what I'm
Well,
saying?
yeah. Well, it doesn't really matter as long as we in here. And I can.
Yeah, what's it called? This is the whole point of the nonprofit, bro. Now at this point, what we have to do is start trying to get someone to donate computers. That's where being able to make a request to like Microsoft or Apple to have them donate computers.
Yeah. All right.
You feel what I'm
Well,
saying?
most definitely.
That's Yeah, you know what I mean? Like the first step is just being able to at least get the recordings and have the ideas of, you know what I mean? Record the ideas so that way you don't have to keep repeating it, and then you could reach a broader audience. You
Most
know,
definitely.
you can take these same video recordings and then you can make audios of them for your podcast.
Most
So
definitely.
like if you want to go on just to record you doing a reading or expressing your thoughts, you can do that. There's also a audio feature as well that does the audio recordings. So if you don't necessarily just want to do a visual with it, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it allows you to kind of run it up. Like I check to make sure um, there's enough space for you to record, you know, whatever you need.
All right.
So the more that you record, all I'm going to do is, take it, chop it up, and then do the marketing for it. And the thing is, it's not none of it gets content doesn't get old. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. And then like I'm just waiting to hear from Pastor Tony right now so I can see when we're supposed to have this meeting because I could have been sending out the link to a lot of people, but I can't do nothing without him. He the messenger and he got the message. And I'm talking about like the last few weeks, it just been so profound. Everything that was talked about on there and all relatable issues as far as like a man because there's no women in these groups. It's only men in these groups. And the reason why they have sprung up is because we are both a part of prayer lines. He's a part of a prayer line and it's predominantly women. I'm a part of a prayer line. It's predominantly women. It's ran by a woman. His prayer line is ran by a woman. And he was just, just like, dang, like there's really not a safe space for men in the word of God these days. Like when it comes to like the community of God these days, like um, there's always women in charge of ministries, or the women are behind the ministry. So he thought to, you know, uh, build a place, a space for men, to hold each other accountable, to be there for each other, to learn with each other, to grow with each other, and just be that support system that we all need as men, so that you can get your affirmation from other men and validation from other men, but men that are actually serving God and not just being selfish about life or like the things that we doing or just choosing wrong. Like a lot of dudes right now, they getting their validation and their affirmation from people like Fo Extra. To me, that's like one of the worst things ever. It's like that they didn't gave
Well, I
certain people
mean,
platforms.
a lot of people are going to get their validation from wherever they feel that they need to get it. The point is that we're trying to make it so that way it's an option for them that they have that is available. You get what I'm saying?
Most
Like
definitely.
I don't I don't worry about anybody else's message because I'm busy working and crafting my own. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the people that are going to resonate with what I have going on, like whether um from times they don't even show me. You feel what I'm saying? Like they will they'll take the message and they'll internalize it. So I understand that um rather than people like actually trying to, I don't know, like you can't really, you have to go and do what I'm telling you to do. You feel what I'm saying? Like you can't really show me in the same way that you would um when it comes to a lot of the message that I'm putting out. Like there's a lot of work that goes into it. So you ain't gonna be flexing flexing to get you more work in my world. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you're like, oh, you can do that? Okay, well, let me give you another task. You feel what I'm saying? Let me give you something else to do. Where generally, um, a lot of the community work there's a bigger picture to it. So I understand him being able to draw in people.
Most definitely.
You, you know, that's I mean, and that's important to have. That's what's really interesting about creating content nowadays. Each person is going to have their own lane of what they do. Same in the original makeup of everything. You get what I'm saying? Which is the whole point of bringing it back to like no missed opportunities, where generally you're trying to create a space where you can have Zoom meetings where what I mean, if you want to have all men in there for to create a safe space. I mean, the original concept, the reason why I created No Miss Opportunities was because I wanted to create a nonprofit that there was a place for men to go, like battered men, because people don't be like, there's like not a real conversation that's ever had about like when your girl just be like, you know what I mean, be punching on you and you be like, hey, bro, like, hey, can you chill out? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then when the police come, they still gonna pick you up anyway,
Yeah.
so and then it's one of those things where like there's no place that is specialized in where just men that you know what I mean. And then realistically it's interesting because a lot of times if you go into men that are being battered like that, it'll go into like transgender. you,
Yeah.
you feel what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
like, and I'm like, I'm not, that's not what I was
Aiming
it's not
for.
where I was aiming to. Yeah, like that wasn't
Trying to
wasn't
tap
my
in with them.
thoughts on the situation.
No, I was really talking
You know
about
what I
dudes that's
mean?
really
But
good dudes that don't be putting their hands on females, steady
yeah,
find themselves
like
in
yeah,
violent
like you know what I mean?
situations.
Like so, but yeah, that's. But I did research it. So being able to have a space with no missed opportunities where you can use the Zooms to have meetings like that actually serves well.
Yeah, most definitely.
Definitely serves well. So yeah, man, like and then also too, you can schedule it where people can register for the meetings.
Where people can actually register for the meetings.
So they can register for the meetings before you have them. I think we can have up to 100 people.
Oh, that'd be player too. So I already know who's coming in, how many people we got coming in,
Yep.
opposed to just yeah. That's something I need to learn how to do. How to have people register for the meetings.
What's it called? It's you creating an email list.
All right. And I'm sending this out to everyone's email individually or as a group.
Well, you want to, especially with the nonprofit stuff, bro. You want to personalize stuff because you want to deal with people that are actually interested in what we're doing.
Most
You
definitely.
know, I was really thinking about getting to a point where we did have a division that does recruiting. Um, but like right now, I'm really focusing in on the management team and them being able to utilize the tools that we have and even understand the value of them and the benefits. Because it serves no good if technically you're on there as a member, you keep clicking the page to try to record and then record's not available because you're not an admin.
Trust me, I get that.
So
I got
I was I
righteous in the
was
background.
that's our youngest member there. Where I'm putting it on video right now. We counting on her. So,
Most
like,
definitely.
say say I'm not as young as I like to think.
Most definitely.
Mm.
Let me see. It's all good.
So what else? What else kind of stuff did you want to do on your Zooms?
Um, I think probably starting to just start having more more conversations on camera instead of on the phone. You know, getting some visual behind the people that are speaking, the expressions being made, the things being talked about, the seriousness of things, as opposed to just having these meetings on the phone because I'll be having a lot of high level conversations early mornings. I'm not gonna lie to you. So I think the Zoom meeting would be dope for that. It'd be a lot of high level conversations. I was having a conversation with one of my cousins yesterday morning. I remember as soon as we get on the phone, like he's always a positive person. So he's oh, peace and blessings over you and the household, this, that, and the other. And I'm sending back those same peace and blessings. And then the conversation shifted to basically about like angels and talking about you know manifestation, the power of thought. We was talking about telekinesis. It was like something that led me to a telekinesis video a couple of days ago, where people were actually moving things with their intention and their thought and the energy that's on the inside of a person. And like we got to talking about that stuff, and it led to us talking about angels and demons and stuff like that as well. But just the power of thought and how people are manifesting things that they really want and desire in life. It's no different than somebody being filled with doubtful scenarios their whole entire life, being told they can't do something their whole entire life to where they actually believe it and they never do anything, being crippled with doubt and fear, opposed to somebody who's always being told something positive about themselves and always believing something positive about themselves and manifesting that into their reality, by actually performing at a high tech level, whatever it is that they like doing, and doing it to the point to where they actually getting paid numerous amounts of money and, just living a life beyond all measure, so I don't know, high level conversations like that. Um, being recorded, or we can actually go back and, pick it apart or, you know, stuff like that. I feel like that's something I want to do.
That's what's up. I mean, that's going to touch on a lot of different things, especially if you're doing it from most of your conversations. The yeah, that's good to have it actually where it's recorded like that, because then you can just go back and upload them, and you can kind of clip them, for important bites out of it, and then kind of develop a strategy of how you want to drop the videos. And then also too, even while it's being recorded right now, like this, you can take these links, right? Like how we're in here now, and have the share link,
Yeah.
and what's it called? You can put it on social media, and people will pop into the video. They'll pop into the Zoom.
Oh yeah, that's dope.
Like, so I do that sometimes just to create that element, like, oh, I'm live, so hop in. You feel what I'm saying? Not so much now, because people like to get in and do what is it called? They try to like kind of mess up it used to be kind of like
You talking
Zoom.
about people like to get in and troll?
Yeah, trolling.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's a
Instead of
lot of that
instead of
going
just
on.
pop Yeah, just instead of popping in and you know what I mean, absorbing whatever the information is.
Yeah, there's a whole lot of that. A whole lot of trolling that became real popular recently. And I feel like it ain't nothing but another device that the enemy has came up with to irritate and disrupt whatever kind of information that is positive or useful being exchanged between individuals, Like, it don't matter what it is. Like, you already know what I believe in. So me believing in the word of God, like the enemy has been really really like just adamant about creating so many different versions of the word of God just to confuse whoever it is that decides they want to look into it to see if it's true or not. Then you just got people like trolls that just come around and just disrupt and dispute anything just because they can, just trying to irritate people while they trying to exchange information with each other or, disrupt and confuse whatever they can. So yeah, I get used to stuff like that.
Well, I mean, I think there's a balance. I mean, because for the same amount of people that believe what you believe, there's a group of people that believe the opposing ideas, and that kind of goes for almost any situation or any scenario. Like I've lived in a few different places in LA, or not in LA, but California, and there is always like the other side of town. Like, the other side of the tracks, like, you know what I mean, wherever you go, you know what I mean, there's the just the opposing side, and it's like, so far as I've seen, that's just the balance of the way life works.
Most
So I
definitely.
don't really pay too much mind either way. I'm kind of indifferent a lot of times, just because I know that, you know both of them have their attributes for whatever reason in the balance of things.
Yeah.
I don't think that, or believe that, I make that much of a difference in the overall picture. So I just kind of focus on, which a lot of times I end up being kind of in my own little world, focusing on the stuff that's important to me.
Most definitely.
So some people fault that. Some people don't like that about me. But usually I don't know that they don't like it about me because they're not in my vicinity. They're not, you know what I mean? Like I'm not giving them time. So I can understand them not necessarily appreciating that they're not the focus. Saturday real life. Have you tune in, check out. You know what I mean? If you're lucky, you could get the link. You got to join. No miss opportunities. We'll
Yeah,
send you the
man.
link.
Righteous for sure is all over the place back here, doing all type of stuff. I keep an eye
Oh
on him.
yeah, that's that growing.
Yeah, but yeah, for sure we gotta continue to put this content out, create, and I feel like that's it's the era that we living in right now where you feel me we things get recorded, things get said, they get gone over and over again. So I'd rather be making something positive, something that somebody can actually benefit from, other than just be entertained by.
No, so West Coast platform, I try to make sure that I don't necessarily, it's been like this the whole time. I try to keep, people that have already created their own platform and celebrities, and celebrity status off of it. So that way people that are independent with independent ideas, have an opportunity to be showcased and not necessarily pushed to the back. Like there are celebrities, but no, I guess no miss opportunities really focuses on people that are really. It is more to make the community better. So that's the difference between the So West Coast brand, no miss opportunities. So West Coast is more, trying to amplify the message, where no miss opportunities is really trying to address a lot of the things in the community that need to be addressed, like that realistically no one is addressing, and that in itself isn't necessarily going to bring a big crowd because um you're gonna have to get involved. You can't just be sitting around. Like I was looking at my pictures from like 6 years ago, and it was like I was doing work at the church. We were cleaning the oven. Like the antique is the oven been in there since like the 30s or something, like 100-year-old church, you know.
Yeah,
So
I go up there to the church too, doing similar work like on a daily basis. I treat it like a job since due to my injury at work, I've been out of work for a while, so I had started treating going up to the church just to help up there at a soup kitchen where they feed the homeless. Doing that Monday
okay,
through Friday, you know, really, it's a lot of older folk that's doing this. So I just go in there to be supportive and helpful, doing all of the heavy lifting and stuff like that that they like, have a hard time doing on their own. And and
what's
they be having what's the name of the church?
no, no, I was gonna say, don't you have a courier service?
Oh, I do have a courier service as well. Orange Courier LLC. You know, picking up and delivering things on time.
Yeah, you
Getting
gotta
things from point A to
you
point
gotta
B.
focus in on getting some accounts for that, your distribution, and really kind of trying to work on building that out because somebody that I actually seen that I really follow is E40 with his distribution, because if you look at what he's done, he's kind of expanded into food and alcoholic beverages, but just food overall. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's funny you mentioned that too, because my cousin that I was talking to the other day, high level conversations have brought up E40 and his little food company that he has. Yes, he got like a
That shit
burger and
ain't
all
little,
type of
bro.
stuff.
That shit
And
is
it
not
blew up.
little. That shit is like what it is he has he has um he has good accounts, and that's what it takes. It takes one account at a time. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So as
yeah,
a courier, you just need a few good accounts to start,
yeah.
and then you need to continue to add on to that. Like that's a business that can actually grow, and you can scale it. A lot of times people look into businesses that aren't necessarily scalable, and you having the courier service, and then also too, I've helped you with dealing with some of the things that you have to deal with drivers not necessarily being able to pick up loads or needing to reschedule, and that's just a part of the growing pains of it. So
yeah.
that's and like I said, it's just you would be surprised that local places, same with the church, that might have uh an opportunity for you to do pickups.
Most definitely. With a truck. Instead of like cars or vans, with a truck or a big enough vans, um, the church I honestly rents a truck to go and pick up things for the food drive every month. They have a food drive every third Friday. So on Thursday the delivery comes through, and they have to go rent a truck just to go and get the things that are being delivered because there's pallets, you know, probably about a
And
good
that's what I'm saying. If
fifteen
you if
thousand
you're able
pounds
to
worth of food.
yeah, if you're able to undercut what they're paying for the rental, you know, and find a couple more other places, other churches that may be doing the same thing, you mess around and
Oh,
have your own
there's
route.
a lot of there's a lot of trucks out here. I mean, a lot of churches out here that do this specific thing and give away these
Mhm.
food drives every month. So that is a market to tap into. You're right about that.
No missed opportunities, bro.
Don't
So
miss opportunities.
no
Amen.
missed opportunities, bro. I can't, you know what I mean? I can't be having our test Zoom, you know what I mean? Not be like, all right, so this was the video when we first had the little conversation. You feel what I'm
Yeah,
saying? And
most
you know what I
definitely.
mean? We rolled it up, you know what I mean? We put it in the microwave, we baked it, and we rocked it up. You feel what I'm saying? At the end of it.
And then 10 months later, the churches are paying me $10,000 every month to go and move. All these churches we started moving there, we made a good ten
Bro,
thousand
you
this
feel what I'm
month,
saying? Like,
and it all started with an idea that we had in a Zoom meeting for no missed opportunities.
I'm just saying, bro. Say, don't you got you a courier service?
Amen. Yes, we
Say,
do.
for sure. Amen to that, bro. You feel what I'm saying?
Right. Sure.
So, but yeah, man, I'm gonna go ahead and grab me something to eat. Hey, 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 how are you? Hi, how are you? Hi,
Hey, what's up, Uncle Nick?
hi, hi. Oh, she heard my voice before, you know. Hi, what's going on? What's going on? How are you? How are you? How are you?
No, it's not time to get up. Let me finish cleaning up first,
That's
girl.
what's up.
Here.
Oh man, that's funny. Got you a little mini me over there.
Yeah, look just like me, especially since I shaved my head, boy.
That's what's up. Oh man. But yeah, I feel it. I think you got something cracking with your with the zooms like this because you start pressing everybody and just being like, yeah, man, I'm on Zoom.
Yeah, for sure. For
They'll
sure.
be
They
like,
they
hey, did you see the call?
everything. Everything. See
You
if
know, because
everybody
if
can
you got a
start
smartphone right now, all you need is the link, so you can get on the link and do the same thing.
everything. Instead of having all these iPhone FaceTime conversations, we can have a Zoom meeting.
Yep. You know what I mean? What's it called? Mess around and monetize the channel because this actually, you know what I mean? Putting this on No Miss Opportunities and So West Coast. Actually, it goes for both of them. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Because what's it called? The last thing that actually hit on So West Coast was a video. I was doing some behind the scenes video footage in Long Beach, and that actually, because I think a lot of people forget that I actually go out and record stuff. I just don't drop it when I'm out. You feel what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like so people every now and then some people be like, "Hey, no, I think I know him." I'll be like, "Yeah, bro, I'm pretty sure you do know me." Like, I mean, you just so used to seeing me on the video that you don't recognize me in person, which I appreciate that. You feel what I'm saying? Like I appreciate my privacy.
yeah. We all do. I think we all do. At least some of us do. You feel me? Real business people actually appreciate their privacy, but a lot of people they not afforded that kind of privacy because social media and content has become their life. You know, I'm trying to I'm trying to I'm trying to use the opportunity to wake up the masses to certain things, and give just pass some information along and give a person a new idea, opposed to allowing somebody in every crevice and corner of my life by just becoming a influencer. I ain't no influencer on purpose. If I do become one, I'm trying to influence in the most positive way.
No, well, for sure. I mean, as an influencer, that didn't actually exist when I first started doing videos. There wasn't a such thing as an influencer. I was a YouTuber. I was a YouTuber back then.
Yeah, now they
Um,
calling them influencers.
well, the influence, like, it's because, I mean, there has been an influence. So West Coast has and then one of the cool things about it is it has been a positive influence. That's why I'm able to link up with someone like you that entrusts me with the content and creating content. That's something else too that I strip off of some of these platforms, some of the other platforms that people choose to go on. They're going on them for the viewership, not necessarily the substance. So I can recognize that right off the bat. Whereas with So West Coast, it's more about substance. I'm not necessarily putting out content that's not necessarily advantageous for people. You get what I'm saying?
Most definitely.
And then No Missed Opportunities is really my investment into uh, being able to provide the resources so that way someone like yourself, like, this is an idea that you came up with. You feel what I'm saying? So for me, it's being able to have the tools available for you to be able to, bring that to life. So, and then doing it at your own pace is what I'm excited about because, now that you can log in and figured it out and you can record it, you know what I mean? You got the access that you needed. I'm sure it will be like some of the content that I got when you guys were talking about the AI stuff, or even some of the podcasts that we've already done.
Yeah.
You
And on
touch
top of
on
that,
what you were
I
doing with
feel
AI.
like I be having these conversations with my sister too, with my little sister, throughout her journey with, just coming to the Lord. She only 19 years old. She about to be 20 soon. And like she do hair for a living. She started doing hair when she was young too. When I first came home from prison, she was like, I think she was like 15 years old. Or yeah, about 15. And she was doing hair then, but she was working at the AMC theater out here. And she wasn't making no money really doing that. So she just went full fledged into doing the hair. Here we are, X amount of years later, and she 19 now, and she making like $7,000 a month doing hair. She probably make more money than everybody in my family. And like she constantly trying to get a deeper relationship with God and stuff like that. So she be walking me through her life, like, well, having me walk with her through her life, like, and I ain't judgmental or nothing. It's my little sister. I do feel like she kind of like a daughter to me. My daughter older than her. My daughter's 20 years old already, and my little sister only 19. So, but my little sister, she just like, she got an older spirit. So when she be telling me about stuff she done went through, I mean, she done, told me about how she done lost her virginity, and it wasn't no stuff I really wanted to hear, but I listened to her or whatever, gave her advice as best as I could, knowing that that's my sister and I wouldn't want anybody to view her a certain way. So I always be giving her the most positive advice and telling her the real, not sugarcoat nothing to her, and just trying to make sure that she protect that little bit of innocence that she has left. Because the more, you advance in life and you continue to have partners in life, like that starts to devalue you as a woman. Like no matter what you think about it, no matter what anybody's told you, like I'm a man that I'm really into the value of a woman. Like and I value women by, how many times you've been with somebody else. That's how we value women here in
So
America. A
you
lot of people don't
you
value them
you
like that.
you base it on body count.
I mean, it's not really so much as the body count. It's really so much of how many times you've actually opened yourself up to being in front of somebody else, like to being naked in front of somebody else, to being open towards somebody else. Say I love you to somebody else because now you didn't said I love you. How many times? I already knew I was full of crap when I was a young man, and I was telling all these girls I love them, and they was pilling out and getting naked for me, and then I do things with him, and then like 3 months later, 4 months later, we not in love no more because it was never love to begin with. You feel me? it was an emotional connection that we had, probably feeling trauma bonding with each other, or it was a physical connection from day one, you know. And
Trauma bonding, most likely.
yeah, most
That's what I
likely it
really
was
tripped
that.
off about that. Trauma bonding is what a lot of people's relationship is.
Yeah, two
You know.
people feeling sorry for each other is what I heard Sugar Free say before. He said two people feeling sorry for each other, but I take this, you know, very serious and as an opportunity to you know spit game to my sister all the time. But I would rather it be on stuff like this so people can see what a real relationship with a big brother and a little sister look like, because a lot of dudes don't know what it feel like to be a big brother to their little sisters or their little brothers. Like, you know, a lot of people got the message wrong. Like everybody's talking about how they love this or love that, but I ain't seen too many people actually give out real, true love, genuine love. You feel me? People be real judgmental of other people in their situation when they went through the same stuff and didn't receive that type of condemnation. People be real judgmental and severe in they in they punishment towards others when they don't want to be punished that same way. You feel me? We just don't look at stuff, you know, and through a clear lens. We got a jaded lens in how we look at things, and especially here in America. I be having conversations with one of my sisters, this like my sister-in-law. uh she from Haiti, so the stuff she be telling me of how these girls is raised out there in Haiti opposed to how girls are raised here in America. Man, she came over here, you know, as a teenager, 13, 14 years old, something like that, and had a purity ring on her finger, and she didn't take the purity ring off until she married my brother when she was like 20 something years old, and gave him her virginity. You feel me? And he replaced her purity ring with a ring. You feel me? So all girls in America ain't like that. They don't even have them type of qualities or, you know, values about themselves. They don't know how to value themselves. They finding they value in how a man look at them and what they can do for the man sexually, you know, opposed to, you know, how much respect or love a man has for himself and how he treats her, you know, and you know what I mean? Like it's just different here.
No, I feel it. I mean, you're talking about qualities of someone that's from outside the country versus what our country, standards may be considered, right? Um, and then also too that goes into what someone was taught, how they were raised, where they're from, where their family's from. So, but that's a man. I don't really, you know what I mean. Like, I don't want to say that the good women aren't out there. It's just that some things that are I don't know, man, bro. I be in college, so I see a lot of women that are quote unquote trying to do the best thing they possibly can, or trying to better themselves, or even still people that have prioritized their education over um, relationships, and there's a which is really interesting because there's a when people prioritize their education over a relationship, they have a lot of social issues that a lot of people are unaware of that you wouldn't imagine. Really smart people have social problems that people that your your volume's out.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now.
All right, no, that was Pastor Tony calling me trying to make the connection. Let me take this call. I'm gonna give you a
Okay.
call back personally.
No, we're gonna end this, and then you know what I mean. You got access to do the meeting like you need.
All right, most
I'll
definitely.
I'll at me. I'll at me.
All right.